Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message because the Father has quickened something in my spirit. And I'm going to title this message, I Wanted to Cry. I really wanted to cry. But Yah won't let me. I really wanted to cry. And I really wanted to cry. But Yah won't let me. When he quickened my spirit this evening, this late evening, it done something to me. It brought sorrow from the inside. And it spread it out on the outside, meaning the flesh. And the inside was okay with what the Father said. But the outside wanted to cry. And the Father said, not so. This cannot be. I wanted to cry, but Yah wouldn't let me. I wanted to cry, but Yah wouldn't let me. I'm going to take you to the quickened spirit that came unto me. It wasn't set up in a time period. It was like, wham, wham, now what? And I'm like, hold up. I know I ain't just heard what I just heard. Yes. And that's when that sorrow came. And after that sorrow, the inner man of who I am said, but it'll be okay. But the inside had a sorrow first, and then the outside. But the inside was like in agreement with the quickening of the spirit of the Most High God. And the outer man was like, oh, wanting to cry. I can see my eyes tearing up, and the Father said, not so. This cannot be. Don't you shed a tear. So I'm finna go to you. I'm finna go there with you. Okay? Let me find my first verse. Let me get it. And then I will give it to you. I'm not going to be with you long. I'm just going to give you the quickened message in which the Father quickened in my spirit. And hopefully you can feel that thing. Because if you can't, it's okay. It wasn't for you no way. Okay? Okay. He wants me to take you. Now, it ain't that he wants me. I feel compelled because I think this is going to help me in my flesh if I bring it forth the way it came to me as a quickened spirit. Okay, in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. As I was going back and forth through the house, being so I had things to do. And in that process of going back and forth, I had my TV on, listening to a church. It wasn't, I guess you could call it church because it was a pastor that was ministering about the God or Jehovah in the New Testament, in the Old Testament versus God in the Old and the New, and how there's two, because one was actually saying they seen God, and the other one was saying no man have seen God. And at that moment, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. That's when it dropped. It didn't drop all the way. My ears were hearing, but yet I was going to and fro within the house doing my chores. But when that person began to speak, I had it loud enough so I could hear it no matter which room I go into. And you guys, let me tell you, it went all the way to my spirit man, where y'all rest therein. And when it hit me, I'm telling you, I was like, no, he is not teaching that. That's the first thing I was saying. Oh my God. Oh my God, these people leading the multitude. I was saying all of this, and then all of a sudden the Father swung in with a quicking of the Spirit. And first place we're gonna go is Hosea. And please go with me. Come ride with me. Go here so you can hear what the quickening of the Spirit gave me this evening. In Hosea chapter 4, and we're gonna go to verse 6. It is a chapter and a verse in which many have taught, have preached, and everything. But I'm telling you today, you never knew it. You can recycle. You can say this verse without even reading it because you have mastered what it says. But guess what? You have not the meaning. You have not the meaning because the meaning rests then and it rests right here today. Today. June, what? Today is June the 10th, 2023. This message rests today. Let me tell you what it says. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are, without a doubt, something is being said here. And it said, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. They are, not they might be, they could be, maybe, or shall. No, it says, my people are destroyed. Doesn't that sound like Deuteronomy 28? Destroyed. I'm showing y'all the quickening how he gave it to me. Doesn't that sound like Deuteronomy 28? Deuteronomy 28 in 7 verses out of Deuteronomy 28, the end game, until they are destroyed. Not only was Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 touching base then, it's touching base now, right here today. My people are, Deborah. My people are, Deborah. My people are destroyed. So y'all wonder what I'm talking about when I said I wanted to cry. I'm finna take you to a quickening of the Spirit teaching from the Most High Yah through his prophetess. Look at Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed. My people, Deborah, they are destroyed. Not they should, not they might, not they could, but Deborah, my people are destroyed. And the due for the lack of knowledge. I'm going to take y'all all the way there. And I'm going to drop y'all off the mountain. Because 99.9 listening to me at the sound of my voice, you're going to go over the cliff. Because you're going to miss everything I'm saying. Because it's so much power for this message to reach down that deep in me, to make me want to cry. And the Father said, you better not drop a tear. So listen to this. Because it's a just reason. It's a just reason. It is a just reason. It is a righteous reason. Why? What? They are destroyed. You hear me, Deborah? They are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. But look at the just, the righteous reason. Because thou hast rejected knowledge. Just reason. Righteous reason. What was it? because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. That's why you don't see them today. You don't see the priests, the Levite priests. You don't see them existing. Listen, that's why I'm telling y'all, you've been up and you've been down by the mouths of these loudmouth men teaching you all, stirring you all in circles in a dark room. Now listen to what he said. I will also, Deborah, reject thee. He's telling me, while you sitting listening to this man, understand, do you see how far from truth he is? But he's leading the multitude. Go where I'm at. That's where he took me, within. And listen to him give me a quick. Now listen to this. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Do we have priests today? In the last 400 years, have you seen priests to the house of Israel? Why are you talking about it's the house of Israel and tribe of Judah, Deborah? Because look at the first beginning. My people. My people. He's talking about the Levites. There's no priests today. The Levites is not stepping up nor stepping out. Listen to this. And I will also, Deborah, reject thee. I will reject thee. He's talking about the house of Israel. This is what has happened. Watch this here. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Yah. And watch this here. Because they don't understand what law is. They don't know what the commandments is. They don't know what the law is. When we tell you in the simplest form that Yah wants you to know in the spirit realm. The law and the commandments are simply instructions and directions from the Most High Yah. Let me say that again. He wants you to know the simple way of understanding him when you speak of law and commandment is instructions and directions. Directions and instructions. So watch how I put this forth. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten instructions and directions of Yah. I will also forget thy children. And that's where you at today. He knows where you what situation you're in. He put you there for that same reason. What reason was that? Rejecting knowledge. Sister Deborah is a prophetess from the wilderness. And guess what? He's not sending you loudmouth men. No matter what administrative position they chose of themselves to lead the mass or to lead the multitude, they still don't understand the broad gate is broad for a reason. It's been created just for them. And they still don't get it. What is that saying? Reject knowledge. When he sent his prophetess out, let me tell y'all, if you think that there's another resource, you go right ahead. I love it. I love the lane he has created for me to run therein. So as he sit here and he's telling me, it says, and I also will reject your children. Aren't we the children he's speaking of? And then he said in the beginning, my people are destroyed. He said, Deborah, do you know where that destroy come from? Don't you see in Deuteronomy, which they want to talk about, they have mastered Torah, but they haven't mastered Deuteronomy 28 end game that tells them that they are destroyed, that I, Deborah, Ahaya, is going to destroy them. I said it 7 times. It is the end game. It is the cap that is closed. Deuteronomy 28. And they did what? Go back to this here. They reject the knowledge. And I will reject them. It matches Deuteronomy 28, you guys. It matches Deuteronomy 28. So when Sister Deborah is seeing these Negro men teaching and preaching, I'm sitting here saying, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I could not believe that they went there. I turned it on because it was somebody I never heard, and I just came in and I started cleaning and doing things. And when I heard him start teaching this thing, I said, okay, when he finished teaching it, I'm going to go back and I'm going to bounce on him. But guess what I realized? He's so far out in the deep, I can't even bounce on him. Because there ain't nothing he know. He's so far out in the deep, he's drowning. He don't even see dry land. So what do that mean? I can't bounce off of him. I can't go and confront the situation. Why? He too far out for me to swim out there to get him. He too far out. From who? The Most High God. When your understanding is that too far out from dry land, that means y'all is the dry land. You done went out too far in the deep. And that deep, then you done got so used to being out there, you don't give a rat's behind. If you see dry land, you still not coming in. And hearing this man teach this thing, it bothered me that the mass and the multitude is following these type of people. And they've been on YouTube for years. So many subscribers and likes and members, it's just off the chain. So we're going to get there. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 3. I'm just going to take you to where Hosea is telling you, he called them my people, but he used that word destroy. You go to Deuteronomy 28, the end of Deuteronomy 28, it tells you 7 times that Yah say he's going to destroy, keep these things happening to you until you are totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. That is what you call the end game. The prophet has been preaching it for 2 years now. The end game of Deuteronomy 28, which many of these men and women wants to group onto Torah. What happened? They lost that. What happened? You lost that. You lost the beginning, which is Genesis 1 and 2. You lost Torah, Deuteronomy 28. Torah, you lost the beginning and the end. No wonder the Father says, if they missed the beginning, Deborah, they done messed it all up. Show have, because you missed Deuteronomy 28. And here you see in Hosea, bounces off of Deuteronomy 28. It starts off calling you his people. Then he says, are destroyed. Not might, not shall, not will, but are destroyed. Like you automatically, in our highest eyes and in his heart, you are destroyed. That's why Deuteronomy says that. Because he's been sending a message. And the message is not geared to those who are not set up from the floor of the Most High Yah right hand to be able to be leveled in this day and time. That's it. I'm telling y'all, all of this stuff makes sense. So when he takes me, he wants me to, he told me to go to Isaiah 3. Y'all know Isaiah. You all should know that by heart because I constantly covers Isaiah 3. And this is a verse he told me to go to that I haven't really covered, which I have covered the whole Isaiah 3. Now he's talking to the whole house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. In Isaiah 3, he says, for behold, the Lord of hosts, do it take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole state of bread and the whole state of water. Take it away. That sounds like Deuteronomy 28 endgame. Listen to this. For behold, the Lord of hosts, do it take it away from Jerusalem and away from Judah, the stay of the staff, the whole state of bread, the whole state of bread, and the whole state of water. And he talks about the mighty men and the men of war, the judge, the prophet, and the putin, and the ancient. Let me explain something to you all. And as he go on, he's letting you know he is judging them in a mighty way. Now watch this here. You drop down to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 6, and we're going to go down. When a man shall take a hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothes, be thou our ruler. See, and that's what's going on. Look at these Hebrew Israelite leaders. They're taking these young men and molding them and shaping them in a form of their rulership to do the things for them. Wicked and evil doing. Now watch this here. Verse 6, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 6. When a man shall take a hold of his brother and his house of his father, saying, thou hast clothes, thou art, be thou our, this is what the men are saying. Be our ruler, and let this reign be under thy hand. See, when you wonder why these little Hebrew Israelite men coming up talking about a woman not supposed to speak, a woman out of order and dressing and all, this is what the elderlies are teaching. Trying to make these men lions and kings and leaders and rulers. The Father saying, here, if I'm going to take away the state of bread and the whole state of water and the whole staff from Jerusalem and Judah, what is Judah trying to bring? Rulership, king, leader, under the younger men in the household. That's what's going on. It's matching today, y'all. It's matching today. Now watch this here. And it says, let's go back to 6. When a man shall take a hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothes, but thou art be thou our ruler, and let this reign be under thy hand, meaning under thy power. Now watch this here, verse 7. That in that day, now here it go, it's backing it up, telling you they conniving. Watch this here. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer. That's what the young one's going to say. For in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. You see, they're going to be grabbing these young men like y'all see them. And these young men's head is just as swollen as these ancient ones. And if you go back here, you see where he says in verse 2, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 2, the mighty men, the men of war, the judge, the prophet, and the putin, and the ancient. This is what he's telling you, that he's taking the bread, the staff, and everything from them. And when he allow all that to be taken from them, they're going to try to put men in order that Yah has stripped them from. So when you see them marching with their purple and they gold and different one of them on the corner talking and cursing and talking about they represent your father, stop being naive, y'all. Those people does not represent the Most High Yah. They're disgracing him by letting the world see their condition of their mindset and the way they speak. And they saying we worshiping the Most High Yah and disgracing him at the same time by profaning his name while they on the corner using all kind of nonsense talking. That's not the will and the authority or the mission of the Most High Yah. Now listen to this. Here it is in verse 7. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a leader. See, they're going to start to rebel, and they already have. I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothes. Make me not a ruler of thy people. They're going to be putting these young cats up like they doing. You women, y'all don't see, and men, y'all don't see how they boosting these young men, giving them positions and making them think they generals in different positions. There it go. There it is. But I'm going to back this thing up and back it down because I'm going to get you to see what the quickening of the spirit revealed to me. Okay, now, when you see in verse 7, it says, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 7, in that day shall he swear, because they're going to be putting these young men up. He swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. They don't even want the position. Because see, as time go on, even now, a lot of them getting out doing their own little videos and leaving the group and doing their own. But guess what happened? Being in that group mess you up here all the way to where you won't find your way home because you went out in the deep with them, too far out from Yah. Okay, now watch this here. Verse 8. Listen now. Verse 8. And Jerusalem is ruined. Bump back up to Isaiah chapter 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, do it take away from who? Jerusalem and who? Judah, the stay of staff and the whole state of bread and the whole state of water. See that mighty right hand? See, y'all missed it. Y'all miss his right hand every time because that's that power. Now watch what the power say in verse 8, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. Here we go. And Jerusalem is ruined. Who are they ruined by? That power. And Judah is falling. You go to Revelation chapter 18, that's the same thing he said about Babylon. Think now. Judah ain't getting up out of here like he think. He's sitting here telling you Judah is falling. Jerusalem is ruined. And Judah is falling. Just like he said, Babylon is falling. He said the same thing about Judah. I told y'all Judah is a monster. In this country, these men is a monster. And these women don't even know what they done birthed. Matter of fact, they might not even know them, even though they're their sons and their ex-husband, their husband, and their cousin, their uncle, their brother, but they don't know the monster that's in them, that's training and deceiving and making the broad gate as broad as it can be, but they don't understand the way has already been made in heaven. That's why the books are there with their names in it. So see, you thinking you doing something because you down on the earth leading the multitude through the broad gate. Oh, I'm a pastor, I'm a leader, I'm a apostle, I'm a bishop, you all that down here. But guess what? They had already been assigned and appointed and anointed to the book that leads to the lake of hell. So you ain't taking them nowhere. You just showing them the way. Okay, verse 8, and Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doing are against Yah, to provoke the eyes of his glory. See, to provoke the eyes of his glory. You see that? Judah, do you really think that's women? Ain't got nothing to do with women. It's the men. Okay, let's go. Verse 9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them. Praise the mighty God. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about all the gifts that the Most High has given me? I come down here with. What did I tell y'all? All these gifts. Did not I tell you I had the gift of eyes? He taught me how to box the eyes. You know how the system of this world have this high technique where they can put a machine to you and a lie detective test? I don't need that. Y'all gave me the gift to box eyes, to tell a liar, use a liar. That's a gift from the Most High Yah. See, whatever you think technology the world has, don't mess with me. The power of my Father's right hand is higher tech than the high tech that's on this earth that man has developed. Because they couldn't even develop without the right hand of my Father. So its development can't outweigh the one who gave them the sense enough to develop it and the know-how. So it can't outweigh my Father's power. See, I don't mess with y'all. Okay? Now, listen to this. And he said that in verse 8, and Jerusalem is ruined. You see, bam, they ruined. He talking about the men. And the Judah has fallen, just like Babylon has fallen. And what else? Because their tongue. Didn't I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about these loudmouth men? What did I tell y'all about these loudmouth men? What did I tell y'all? Following these loudmouth men, these pride, boasting, muscle-headed men. Listen what this says. Watch this here. And Judah is fallen because their tongue, Pastor Dow, Gino Jennings, and every last one of them running around here running a loud mouth. And on this devil platform playing like they so, but only way they got their strength, the strength of these people, they have gained all that they have gained for us, subscribers, like, praise, recognition, finances, all that they have given them is those that Yah has assigned to them to deceive. See, the deceivers came from the heaven. They are deceivers in the books. That's what they, when y'all open up the books, the book has deceivers. And right next to the deceivers, he got those that are deceived by the deceivers listed in the same book that the deceiver is in. It's easy to send the whole books to the lake of hell because they already written. You mess with my Father in heaven, you don't know who you messing with. That's the power who put your tail in that book and let you walk your tail out, conducting yourself like you are written in the book, the books, because you ain't in the books of life. Because a lot of them think they got the power to do what they want, to say what they want, and to be men of their mindset of what a man's supposed to be. But guess what? See if you come up out of that book, those books that leads to the lake of hell. See if you can pull your tail up out of that. Okay, now watch this here. Now he's sitting here telling you in verse 8, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8, Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue. I told y'all and I've been telling y'all, and a lot of times people come onto my page and jump off because they don't like what I'm saying. It's good. Because you are one of the followers that's going in the broad gate with the deceivers. So long. So here it go. Because their tongue and their doing. So Yah is saying not their tongues. They got some ugly tongues, y'all. Sister Deborah made it light. I call them a loud mouth. But what did it say? Their tongue. So why is Sister Deborah the liar and they truth? Can't be. I'm the prophetess in the wilderness, a student and the servant of the Most High Yah. What do I gain? To tell you truth and spirit and truth at that leads to the light. What will I gain when here it is telling you exactly what I've been saying? These loudmouth men, and you all be thinking I just be talking. It's a good thing you think that way because that's the separation of the wheat and the tare. So anybody get on here and listen to Sister Deborah and think she just talking and she's being loud and let me tell you something. The way I am is the way he molded and shaped me in heavens. And when he did that, let me tell you what he did. He ordained me. He predestined me. He foreknew me. He positioned me. Okay? He called me. He appointed me. And he anointed me for his righteous will. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, now you go to verse 9 and it says, the show of their countenance. Now, what did I tell y'all? How many times have I told y'all? The way these men, I said they got the women look like mop heads. They walking around here looking like mop heads, dragging these long clothes, uncoordinated, don't care what they look like. And what they dress like and they look like on the outside is really where their heart is in inside. Like nothing. Because your outside tells where your heart and where your spirit is at. Dead. So you can drag your clothes around. You can wrap your head. You can wrap your ears. Matter of fact, you can wrap your whole nose and your eyes. And when you finish, you still running in that dark room in a circle with these men who have deceived you by great numbers. Okay, so let's go to verse 9. The show of their countenance, do it witness against them. What did I tell y'all? Sister Deborah told y'all about their loud mouth, about how they drinking and how they are dressing. I said the men dressed in all their name brand and they fitted clothes real tight. Didn't I tell y'all that? What's the purpose of them getting on here dressing with their clothes real tight, y'all? Knowing that all these gay people, that's the name of their game. But why are these men on here dressing? Why are these pastors dressing with these tight clothes on? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all better wake up. No, you ain't gonna wake up. Because you still sleep up until this time. Baby, we running in the minutes. And you still down there trying to find time. Y'all's done with time. We in the minutes. We running up on minutes in this day. Okay? Now watch this here. The show of their continents. That means to look at them. Check them out. It speaks for itself. Women running around here with their heads wrapped. Looking, I'm telling y'all, like the Walking Dead. On the mark. That's what they looking like to me. I don't know about y'all. I'm talking about when I see them in the spirit. I see them as dead. And the dead reminds me of when my son had committed suicide. He's living now. He committed suicide when he was 15. He's 43. He had a birthday a couple of days ago. He's 43 now. Hello. Now, that's why I say, don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me about the power. I know what the power is. And I know I've used it too many times. And I don't have to prove nothing to you all. Okay? Because the power speaks out of me to give you the light. While you sit your tail in darkness and keep saying you out of the darkness, but you still stuck right where you at. And all this light is being dispersed in spirit and truth. Either you grab it or you stay right where you at. So, just like that dark, I'm going to show you that dark gray face that I saw in the corner when I asked the Father to take me where my son went. That means his whole attempt to suicide and the mindset. So he took me in the vision. Okay. And when I looked up, it said, look in the right-hand corner. I saw that big old gray face. That's the way I see the people. In Gino Jennings' church, Pastor Dial, and many others, y'all. That's the way this prophetess see them. They look like they dead. Like the Walking Dead movie. They look like, now without the blood and they just look just dead. No light. No energy. And these women running around here pretending, role playing that they're happy, being controlled to the point of being crap under the man's feet. That is not the will of the Father. He desired them to be them. If he up, she up. If he down, she down. He said he created them to what? To rule the earth. Women, you gave up your position for no reason. But look where you at now in it. You're fallen. Man, still yet. Somewhere along the line, as the Spirit of the Most High Yah shows me, someone tampered with something in Genesis 3. Because the truth be told, from that time on, he's been saying something to these men for a reason. Because he knew where the unrighteous really rest. And you all run y'all tails around here, chasing their tails. Now watch this here. Verse 9, and the show of their countenance do it witness against them. And if you go on and read Isaiah, starting with Isaiah 3, verse 1, you'll know he's talking to the men. And men only of the house of Israel. The whole house. He's talking to me. Now watch this here. The show of their countenance do it witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They declare their sin. They ain't got no problem with it. That's why I try to explain to y'all about a year and a half, maybe a couple of years, that you got about 75-80% of our Hebrew so-called Israelite men, our black men, our Negro men, or whatever you want to call them, they have been in the closet and out of the closet. They either desiring a man or done had a man. So when y'all run y'all stupid tails out of here trying to mimic or trying to do what they loud mouth is telling you, you be careful. Because men run around here with tight clothes. T.D. Jakes didn't ever start off with tight clothes. T.D. Jakes did not start off with tight clothes. Go back. But now, everything he put on is tight. He don't care if it's busting out. It's got to be tight. his shirt, his pants. He then took on Satan's dominion. And that's why he turned the baton over to his daughter. He ready to get full force running for Satan. And y'all ignorant tales, and these ignorant people still following him. It's the same way with the Hebrew Israelites. Look at all them people still following T.D. Jakes, and he following Puff Daddy. And they still follow him. Not just T.D. Jakes. I'm talking about all these white people, Joyce Meyer, all of them. People follow them. Joyce Meyer got a big old tattoo on her neck. How could you do that? Why would you go do that when he said you're not supposed to even be branding yourself? Maybe he was just talking to the house of Israel. But I'm just trying to show you how they're stuck in the world. They don't represent my most higher. So, so as he said here, now I want y'all to pay attention to what he's saying about your men. While you run around here trying to put them up or be lions and rulers and leaders and tigers. Now you got to hear what he said. Listen to what he said in verse 9. And the show of their countenance do it witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They ain't ashamed of it, they declare it. So what y'all running y'all tail around here, not listening to the prophet, the servant of the Most High Yah for this day and time, telling you spirit and truth, the light, she's been showing you the way. Look at what it said. And this is what, and they hide it not. Why did not hide? You think they're hiding it from you? No. They showing the Father. I ain't have to hide it from you. Because everybody's doing it. So when y'all running y'all butts around women trying to hush their tails up to be recognized by a man just through your butt, because he ain't going to look at your mind. He ain't going to look at nothing about you intelligent, how you are handy at doing things, how education, you very educational. I mean, you can run a household for him while he go do his part. They run around here telling your stupid tale they'd rather have a man. They run around here telling your stupid tale they'd rather have a virgin. Now, what do a virgin? That shows you, just like Adam. When he was in the garden, first thing only sin he saw was that he was naked. The body, the flesh being naked. He didn't say, Father, I sinned. I did what you told me not to. Forgive me. I did. If he didn't even have to say a sin, repent. No. I was hiding because I was naked. The first mind thought of a man. That's how heavy lust is in them. And they don't see it like that. They'll tell you, that's a man. That's the way a man's supposed to be. That's not how y'all created him. Because if it was, he wouldn't have put both of them in the garden naked. See how ignorant they get? And they mess with my Father, and I do not like it. They screw up his power that he hath made plainly to be seen. And they screw it up by deceiving the mass, these people, to think that they are the servants of Yah. Verse 9, they show of their countenance, do it witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. You watch this here. Woe unto their soul, which is woe unto their spirit. For they have rewarded evil unto themselves. He's talking about the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. Man, and you women be reading this thing, letting them teach you this thing. That's why they say they don't want you to speak. That's why they don't want you to teach. Because you'll teach this thing inside out and outside in and set every last one of their tails down. That's why they don't want you to teach. That's why they don't want you to minister. That's why they don't want you on that pulpit. You'll show them up and show them out. Just like Sister Deborah is doing right here. You'll cut into what y'all really said versus what they want you to think he said. Through the mouth of a flesh of a man and not through the mouth of Yah. Now listen to this. They don't have no conscience, no guilt, no nothing. They even show their conscience. Let you know, yeah, so what? So don't be fooled by these pastors wearing these tight clothes, trying to be buffed and want to look buffed and show their body with these tight clothes and want to look buff, but then tell these women to go look like a mop, because that's what they look like, a dead mop. Woo, Deborah, do you know what a dead mop look like? Woo-wee! Well, let me tell you, baby, they should see what I see in the spirit realm of what they look like. Now, watch this here. And he said, they reward, for their reward have evil unto themselves. They have rewarded evil unto themselves. Y'all don't get that, do you? Y'all said all their evil is they reward. They don't give a rat's behind. That's why they don't want women to teach. Because they'll be telling you what Sister Deborah tells you. The spirit and truth. The light. Because there's a reason why he labeled everything her. A female entity. Even the whole house of Israel. Zion, the daughter of Zion. And that's the difference in the daughters. The daughter of Zion. The wife. Come on now. It's a lot of things. That's because women, you're supposed to be stepping up and stepping out. Not in the power of controlling, but speaking spirit and truth in righteousness. Now let's continue. Verse 10. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doing. But watch this here. Woe, Deborah, tell him, woe unto the wicked. It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. So this is why y'all run around here. And you notice he said of his hands. That's what they're doing. So when y'all see them talking about they building, they doing this, it don't mean nothing. Your reward of your hands is going to be, and that's the wicked one. Because you thinking your hands buying this, your hands doing this, learning to shoot, your hands learning to build, your hands, your reward is just that. Because you're wicked. That's about that. What Solomon said, that's your portion. I love that. When see, y'all got to understand what Solomon said. And if you've been blessed to get this, let me tell you something. Y'all allowed it because that's your portion. That's all you gonna get. Heavens ain't got nothing for you. Not even a place in eternal life. Heaven ain't got nothing for you. And I tell people over and over, you think you hurt Sister Deborah, you think that, hey, I don't have to support her, I don't have to do, you're right. You 100% right. Because those who do, they got a place, a reward from the Father, because that was his word. That came out of his mouth. And those who don't, it's no problem. He already know who you were. He know you won't. And he know you don't. So see, that's what people don't understand. This is going back to that power. They think everybody think they rule my Father with their little weak power. No, baby, you ain't got nothing over my Father. He in the heavens. And then let me sum this up. Now I'm gonna bring this to a close here. All of this had to do with y'all saying the end game. That were I wanted to cry. But y'all wouldn't let me. I wanted to cry, y'all, and y'all wouldn't let me. He said, you see him, you hear him preaching, you hear him precepting and lining and living here. You hear him going to what they call the new, because y'all ain't got no new and old. They call the new and the old and the new. You see him bouncing off. I said, but Father, all of it is a lie. You know how I know it's a lie? Because they missed out on Genesis 1 and 2. They missed it out. And when they missed out that and everything else, they do not even know. See, this is the thing. People who don't know who the Son of Man is and people don't know who the Son of Yah is, that's because they don't know Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. That's why. Because if they did know it, then they wouldn't be conducting themselves as if there's a son and the son is the Father. They got it, what you call, butt backwards. Because they didn't follow the order when he set it up in his perfect will. They didn't want to follow that. Why didn't they want to follow that, Deborah? Tell the people why didn't. Because he leveled it the way he wanted to go for him and her and he placed it under them. They been came out the order. They been came out of the order of the perfect will of the Father in Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. It's so many things in there, y'all, they came out of. Even when they took what he blew into him, he gave him his image. Why would you say that, Deborah? He didn't give him no soul. Go back to Genesis 1. And he said, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. Well, where is the image of Yah in man? Stupid people! It ain't in the soul, it's in the spirit. Yah image is a spirit. So therefore, when he blew the breath of life, man become a living being with a image of Yah like unto a spirit, not a soul. And these are the things that they cannot grip because they lied to so many people and for too many years. And what does that say? They went so far out and deep, and the people followed them all out there that they can't turn around and go back to dry land because they led the multitude all the way out in the deep blue sea. And that's why the people are lost today and gonna remain lost because they too can't find their way. And the men are saying, since I went out there that deep, and as I've been out there, I found things I know that I wasn't aware of, or that wasn't right, or that had a lot of wrong to it, and I need to correct and I need to clean it up. But they ain't gonna come back to dry land to do so. So what do dry land mean? Same thing Adam did when Yah called him and was hiding because he found his nakedness, which is another form of recognizing his body, his flesh. You see? Never said, oh, Father, here I am. I've disobeyed your order. You told me not now time. So if Adam couldn't own up to his one instruction and direction Yah gave him, what makes you think men today would own up to theirs? They won't do it. They won't find repentance. You know, it was a time where it says, it kept telling us to repent, to repent, to repent. Nowadays, these men don't teach that. They ain't gonna teach it because they took your tails too far out in the deep, and now you way out there with them with a loud mouth. And when I say loud, because they want the whole world to see them. See, and what they don't understand, you are the world. That's why the whole world looking at you. That's why the whole world praising you. And that's why the whole world financially is supporting you. That's why the whole world letting you travel to do your worldly matter. Because it has no power. None whatsoever. You will never see an apostle go out without the power. Praise the mighty Yahweh. You will never see an apostle go out without the power. You would never see even a pastor over a multitude of people without seeing the power in front of him, in the back of him, and every side. Now watch this. I'm finna mess with y'all now. All the gifts that was given to this sister here, and I'm a prophetess. You won't find no scriptures where Yah gave the power to the prophets. So I'm blessed to be blessed. Why didn't he give them the power? Because the power was their order that they were called. That was a prophet. That was the greatest power, was to be the voice piece of the Most High. That's the greatest one. So he didn't need to give them power, as in waking the dead and the sick healing and the blind and the walking. Why? Because they had the power of the word. Every word Yah gave them, they had to bring it before you all. So when you see this sister sitting here trying to tell people, which I'm so glad he keeps saying to me, Deborah, just that one, baby, just that one. I'm so glad when he said that to me because it's such a blessing. Because he let me tell me, baby, stand down. I know what you're saying is power. But it don't mean nothing because they ain't going to get it. They're going to go over their head every day. They ain't going to get it. That's why they don't support you. Because they don't get nothing. Because if they get it, they would support. But they don't get it. Because if they would, they know who you are in me, they would support you. But they don't know who you are in me. They just role play, clown, that they somewhere and that they going somewhere. But it shows who they are. And I thank the Father for that. But I wanted to cry. But my Yah wouldn't let me. Because I was wanting to cry because guess what I found out? In all this message that I'm giving you all, I found out something not good. I found out that it was never meant for them to get it. So all this stuff that I see them teaching people, heavens had orchestrated that. That's why the people don't get it. That's why the people don't, those that come to my live chat, that's why they don't support it. It ain't ordained and predestined for them to support his servant after he told them to. They think that, let me say an example. My family, my children, my mother, my daughter, and my family will never ever be as greater as those that are in the body of Hamashiach. They came down with me and they shall reside in heaven with me. We might not know each other down here, but when we would know each other there because that's the true family, is the family that's in the Lamb Book of Life. All this mess down on this earth don't mean nothing. It's what I see is a lot of monkey playing, clown playing, and chasing the tail around. I see it. It's too clear. That's why I talk the way I talk. The boldness and the power of the way I talk. These is the authority of the Father that has been given to me to do just that. It is to bent the consciousness. It is to wear and tear on those who want to pretend. Don't even understand. This sister can read your mind even though you ain't in the chat. Oh, Father, that's why I have to have the endurance spirit and the long suffering spirit. So it can help me because I need some help. I see these things. I can sit here and see things and know things and see things before it happens, see what happened back then. I'm like, what am I to do with this? But because not only is the greater one in me, he gave me something to help this old flesh of this old head. And that's the spirit of endurance in this flesh. He gave me the spirit of long suffering in this flesh so that this flesh don't think it's going to have dominion over the spirit where Yah dwell in of me. I praise the Most High for that, but he would not. He said, I don't want you to cry. He said, nope, he wouldn't let me cry, y'all. I wanted to cry, but Yah wouldn't let me. He said, don't you dare shed a tear. Because when you shed that tear, you shedding it as if the way I orchestrated my will causes your tears. Please don't do that. Straighten yourself up. It's okay. The quicken that he gave me made me want to cry. He said, Deborah, as you read it, and they always talk about the Torah, look at Genesis 1 and 2. They missed it. Look at look at Deuteronomy 28, which is the end of Torah. They missed it. Look at Hosea. Look at Isaiah. They missed it, and they still missing it. It ain't meant for them to get it. I said, but they teaching all this stuff, and you mean they ain't gonna never get it? No, Deborah. They role playing. They clowning. And they only role playing and clowning for those who are clowns and those who sit to see the roles, the play in the theater. That's what they doing. That's why, Deborah, when you pull up, let me pull it up, Revelation. I wanted to cry. But y'all wouldn't let me. And now I'm saying it to you all. It really feels good. Let me see if it's right here. Is it right here? Yeah. Let's go to Revelation, and it's not just in Revelation, but let's go to Revelation chapter 20 and verse 12, and just hear this, y'all. And I saw the dead, small and great. What that's leading you to understand, people been lying about the babies and the children. Y'all's idea of the children, suffer the little children are coming into me, it meaning as in your spirit, you have to be like a child. Zoom! It went over their heads. Suffer the little children that come unto me. It's spiritual. It's not flesh. They always taking the natural and putting it in the order of the spirit. And it's no way it can even reach that destiny. Because Yah did not orchestrate it to. Now hear me out. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great. Small and great meaning young and old. Small and great. It's young and old. See, while you all run around here and thinking that the children have it made because they haven't sinned, let me explain something to y'all. You don't know my Father. He has already orchestrated the unborn and those who breathe 1 day and died, 2 days and died, 3 days and died. Their life was already orchestrated from the heaven to reach the destiny of the earth and die. And die. Their purpose in Yah is already assigned from heaven. From heaven. From heaven. That's why when I say about the men talking about women having abortion, them doing that, a lot of things Satan might interfere with to cause one mindset to have an abortion. Okay? But the Father want me to put the biggest challenge on the face of the earth. This is the reason why they want us to keep quiet, women. When they masturbate and wet dreams, you're dispersing babies out of your line. And many of them. You are aborting. Masturbating is aborting sperms, which is light. Go to John, the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. You hold those sperms. That's why he said he gave it to the men. That's what you needed help with. When you said woman was created for you, for your lust desire, for your desire of your flesh, Yah ain't never created no flesh for no flesh. Everything Yah created was for spirit to spirit. He needed her to help meet his will, not your lust, desire, and control, power, ways. That's what a help meet for him, to disperse those sperms so that she can help incubate them and bring them forth. For who? The Father. All was created for the Father will, not the flesh will. Y'all think Y'all have never created anything for the flesh of a woman and the flesh of a man. What he was saying in the Garden of Eden. Man, I will create woman for him to help meet my will. Now let me go there. That was spiritual, y'all. To bring them spiritual lights forth. which had his image and his likeness, he said in Genesis chapter 1. That's what he needed, woman to be created for man, to meet his will of giving his image and his likeness, like to bring them forth what he spoken in Genesis chapter 1, 26 and 27. That's what man received out of woman as the will of the Father was to be met. But it could not be met with man alone. I have to make this help me to meet him so that my will can come forth. You see, I messed up from the floor. Let's go. He was talking spiritual. He was talking about his breath and his image. Bring them forth, Adam and Eve. As one, bring them forth. Adam, this meat, this help is going to help you meet my will. When you come to one, you're going to bring forth the light, which is life. My breath and my image shall come forth from you, Adam, meeting with her. Meeting together to bring forth my will. And then he said, that's spiritual, y'all. That's the image of Yah and his breath of life. He needed them to meet to bring forth his breath and his image. According to who will? A highest will, and not the pleasure of man. He gave man an opportunity to have something. He said, man, your own body ain't gonna belong to you, meaning your flesh. Woman, your body ain't gonna belong to you, meaning your flesh. Man, your body belonged to her, and her body belonged to you. Letting you know, when you marry, y'all become one. Her body belonged to you, and your body belonged to her. So where is all these other bodies coming in? And how can she have owned your body and you taking your body given to other women? So how can she own your body? But only you can own her body, and this body, and she no longer owns your body. But you can own this body of this person, this body of this person, this body. What happened to the order of her owning your body? To own it is she's the owner. How is it she is to own your body and you own her body, another body, and another body? That is not the will of the Father. That's why they're trying to smear Paul. They're trying to smear up the Old Testament, what they call the New Testament, so it can clean up. They crap, so they can continue in the sin. He said he poured out a strong delusion. That delusion on Pastor Dow and Geno Jennings is so high. It's all the way up there. It's all the way up there, you guys. It is strong. So, the fathers want to show you that something I didn't show you. Here it is. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. It says, and I saw the dead, small and great, standing before Yah. Small and great. That means baby all the way up to elders. Small and great, standing before Yah. And the books, you see the S? They don't get it. They don't get it. Because that's why he didn't want me to cry. He don't want me to cry on the outside for feeling such great sorrow on the inside that y'all not going to get it, y'all. You're not going to get it. This is just plainly seen. It's just for your eyes to see, and you ain't gonna see it. That's why he said, Hosea, my people perish, Deborah, due to lack of knowledge. Because no matter what you say, Deborah, they will reject it because that's who they are. Now listen to this. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And the books, with an S, were open. Those books were books to the lake of hell. They got everybody's name in it that's going to the lake of hell. Books! See, it's more than one. It's more than one, y'all. Set up from the floor up. He told you the broad gate. Hell has enlarged in itself for the broad gate. That's full of destruction. And very many shall go therein. Why? Because all the destruction is what you all pleasure. You even support all the destruction, all the chaos, men drinking on, preaching, speaking about Yah at the same time, speaking about God and Jesus at the same time, and cursing like a storm, and drinking liquor at the same time. And found just reason to do so. And these other nutcase follow right behind. Strong delusion. They gone, y'all. They gone. And watch this. And the books were open. And another book. That's the Lamb Book of Life, y'all. It's only one. We all in, y'all. One book. And you think he don't know who's here? You's a fool, and you're going to be a fool. So you can play. That's the whole idea of Sister Deborah saying it don't matter. You can wrap yourself around. And I told y'all also, you should know who you are. You should know by now who you stand for. Either Satan or Yah. You should already know that. Sister Deborah shouldn't even be able to tell you. You should already know when I'm gone then. Because of your actions, what you do, who you stand for, where your heart, where your treasures are in your heart. It vouches for it. It tells it. It tells on you. And most of them, 99.9, is too ignorant to realize that, yeah, I see it. He knows it. He knows what he allowed you to have. He knows what he don't allow you to have. He knows what he doing. He knows who he put in front of you. He knows who he put in back of you. He knows who he put around you because he knows who you are and which fish you swim out to. Now watch this. This part of Romans, I think each and every last one of you all should cover. Romans chapter 20, the whole chapter. But listen to this. And the books were open. That's the book to the lake of hell. And another book was open. That's to that one book is to the Lamb Book of Life. Okay. Which is, it says it, which is the book of life. So the books with an S is for the broad gate. Praise the mighty Yah. He's telling you right there. It's going to be so many of y'all. I got a great books for all y'all names in it. You ain't going to come up here and try to swindle me and say nothing to me. I put your tail in the book before you left. That's how you got in here. You didn't get in here when you got to the earth and clown. You was in there before you left heaven. How you like them now? How do you like them now? Sister Deborah tried to teach what took place before the foundation of the world 3 times. And I had already discerned and felt so heavy that they wasn't going to get it. Why? Because the Father came to me. He said, I don't care what you give them. And I know you just trying to give them the pure, adulterated word that proceeded out of my mouth to you. But if I don't give it to them, they're not going to see what you say. And I taught that thing 3 times. And I after the 3rd time, I realized, I said, okay, you told me, but I put it out there. I just thank you, Father, for even saying it's okay for me to put it out there. That's all I said. I just thank you for letting me do it. But he had warned me. They ain't going to get it. They ain't going to get it. They ain't going to get it. Let these people go where they need to go. Because they already in the book where they're going to go. See, that's what y'all don't understand. It's telling y'all in plain view, in daytime. In daytime, it's telling you. That means it ain't in the night. It ain't dark. It's plainly telling you. There's 2 books. One, that's a book of life. The other books which is many, is for the lake of hell. Now, as it says in verse 12, Revelation chapter 20, in verse 12, the dead were judged out of those things which was written. No. Let me go back over that. Verse 12, and I saw the dead, small and great, standing before Yah, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. Stop. You see that? Stop. Now you got to stop right there. Now listen to what this is. Now he finna say something else. And the dead were judged out of the things which were written in the books. I wonder when and how he's going to let me get off this devil platform. I didn't put too much powerful word out. I didn't put too much powerful word out. And he said that you better not cry, better not shed a tear. Because they're who they are. And he's helping me right now, right here and now. Look, listen to this. And it says, and the dead were judged out of the book, the things which were written, past tense, y'all, in the books according to their works. Those that's going to the lake of fire, you were already written up and written down. So you can sit on this devil platform and clown and portray that you saved and you sanctified, you got the Ruach HaKodesh, you see spirit and truth, you are righteous and you are just, you are the men and the women of Yah. He got your number in the book. And not only do you have your number, listen to what he says. The dead were judged out of those books. He already calling you dead. Dead is for the lake of fire. Life is for the New Jerusalem. Dead is for the lake of fire. He already called you dead. Watch this here. The dead was judged out of the things which were written. Well, what do you mean about this written, Deborah? Written is exactly what Yeshua told Satan when he was messing with his mind. What did he say? It is written, meaning Satan, you might as well stand down. Heaven's already got everything written up, and heaven got everything written down. Man don't live on bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the Most High Yah. So he checked. Satan thought, well, okay, I got this flesh of blood on this, mess with the flesh of blood. See, a lot of y'all didn't know he was messing with the Son of Man. He can't mess with the Son of Yah. The Son of Man was the one that fast 40 days without the Son of Yah. Oh, praise the mighty Yah. And that's where they messed up from the floor, because they missed Genesis 1 and 26. They don't know who us is. They don't know that's the right hand power of my Father. That's his stretched out arm. That's his only begotten Son. His name is Son of Yah, that came down with the Son of Man. And it's sad. And that's what I wanted to cry, because I said, so they said, forgone. Yes, Deborah. Didn't I tell you it was finished? That's how far gone they are. So listen to this. It says in Revelation chapter 20 and verse 12, and the dead were judged out of those books which were written in the books according to their works. Yah had already signed you up, and he already signed you down, baby. Up mean he gave you life on the earth to perform the works in which you were predestined for the hell, which is down. See, you want to mess with my Father power? You don't know who you messing with. You do not know who you messing with. You messing with all power of the heaven and in the earth. And you might think you messing with somebody else, running around here on a debate and argue and fuss in such a midnight hour as this. If that ain't Satan, I don't know who that is. Cutting up from the floor up. when it's about to end. These people don't even understand, baby. You walk in the lane of Satan. Where he going? He ain't gonna have no problem. Because he already know he been assigned, appointed, and anointed to go to the lake of fire. But right here, it's letting you know you going too. So you already know who you are. Sister Deborah ain't trying to tell you going somewhere that you ain't going. I'm just trying to give you all spirit and truth, the light, so you can look in here and you can see if the Ruach HaKodesh is your true teacher. He'll teach you these things. So while everybody running around here not knowing what took place before the foundation of the world, what did I tell you? Before he taught me this book, he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. So therefore, I didn't need a book to wrap my head. I didn't need to know the book to know Jesus or Christ. I didn't need to know the book for Yah or Yahweh or Yahuwah or anything. I didn't need anything. He taught me by his spirit. That was good enough. Just imagine a spirit coming in a child to teach them from the inside out. Just imagine what type of mindset I had to have and how Satan was after me at a young age. Because y'all had allowed him a certain time period. And I had to battle with that. And I do have a living witness, and that is my mother. But yet, no, his time had been up. He didn't have no time with me no way because he had a hedge around me. He was just working around the hedge to get to me. But y'all had a hedge around me all the time. He needed me to be where he wanted me to be. He needed me not to be around people. He needed people not to be around me. So he put that hedge around me, even to today. A lot of y'all think y'all can step into Sister Deborah and step out, baby. Let me tell you something. The best thing I can say to you is you keep on thinking Sister Deborah is on here to play with you. You keep thinking that way. You're messed up from the floor up because I know each and every last one of your thoughts. And that's sad. That I call sad. Because people thinking, this is why it was important to have the anointed ones in the body of Hamashiach. Because they will be able to be in the church and help support all the administrative positions. That's why men don't want you to speak. Because they know the men has been rotten since the beginning of time. But if y'all had to let the women speak, oh, it's on, it's on, it's on. That's why they want you to keep quiet. They want you to shut up. They don't believe in Paul no more, but they still want Paul's word to tell a woman to keep quiet. Ain't that deep, y'all? That is so deep. So let me tell you what it says here. Yeshua told Satan when he was tempting him mentally, mind-wise, it is written. Now, if the Son of Man told Satan, it is written. Here it is in Revelation telling you, heavens had already written you up and written you down. And not only did he do that in the books, that means the books that people who were written in the lake of the fire, according to your works. He knew your works in heavens before you got on earth. Same thing with a child. The child is either predestined for heavens or hell once he leaves the earth, the heaven. Let me give you an example. A child is already predestined. A child is already predestined when he leaves the heaven. He's already predestined. Let me give you a little help. You remember the betrayer, Judah? He betrayed Yeshua, the Son of Man. What did Peter say to Yeshua while he laid up on his bosom? What about Judah? I think that's his name, Judah, the betrayer. What did Yeshua tell him? That ain't none of your business. He said, only thing I can say, it would have been better. Now this, if it go over your head, you need to stay off of Sister Deborah's page and never come back here ever again. Don't come back here if you can't even grip this one. I mean it, because I ain't got nothing for you. If you can't grip nothing I said today, you need to get away from this page and stay away. Never come back. Because truth be told, Sister Jeff throwed you a ball of fire tonight. Now listen to this. the example of a child, a baby, a newborn. It don't matter, live or die. We all come and to go. But you are already written before heaven and earth was created. So he already got your number. Which side are you written up in? What book are you in? You already written. So, what does that tell you? Let me give you a little help. When the betrayer came to be one of the 12 to betray Yeshua, the Son of Man, he was already written in heaven to come down, to be in the midst of them, to betray him. So with nosy Peter asked Yeshua, and let's get there. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Let me get my phone. I'll be right back. Let me get my phone. I'm going to pull that up right quick for you. Okay, you guys, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's see where it's at. Let's go to Matthew 26. Let's go to Matthew's. I think it's Matthew's 26 and 24. Let's go there. So I wanted to show you and it's more than one chapter and verses where he's telling you, you already wrote up and wrote down. See, y'all thinking y'all ruling something down here. Y'all think y'all control stuff down here. You ain't got no power over my Father. You're messed up from the floor up. What makes you think you can override his power? He was before you is. He is before you was. Matthew's, I think it's Matthew's. Let's see, 26 and 24. And this is going to be the last. I like that. Okay, yeah. Let's go there. I'm going to give you a minute. I thank the Father for charging me. You better not drop a tear. You better not cry. Because the quickening that he put me in the spirit, put in my spirit, was just to let me know. See, Deborah, bam, 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 bam. Wait a minute, you mean that? No. Oh. You better not drop a tear. He wouldn't let me cry. I wanted to cry, but he wouldn't let me. Okay, let's go to Matthew 26, and we're going to end it right here. Let's go to 23, and I'm going to wait for you. Matthew 26 and verse 23. And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. I want to let y'all know something. Sister Deborah, I think I said that once before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to ride y'all up and ride y'all down on that power. Because ain't nothing y'all going to be able to say to me or try. I don't want to hear it. Because you forsake the power, that's on you. You deny the power, that's on you. But Sister Deborah going to word it in and word it out. So it's best tonight, after tonight, go your tail somewhere else and sit down and listen to somebody else. Because this is going to be about my Father's power every chance I get. Because this is just over, just like he said. And everything this Father is saying to me, it takes me back 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 years. Just what they said about the Ruach HaKodesh. It's going to bring things to your remembrance. And every day lately, he's bringing it back. You remember when I said this, Deborah? And you talked to him and you told him, you remember when I said this? And I'll be like, oh, you sure did, didn't you, Father? You know, it's just, whew. Matthew 26 and verse 23. And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Okay, let's go to 24. Now, this going to go over your head, but he that's out there, that one, grip this baby. Hold on tight. Here it comes. The Son of Man, not the Son of Yah. See, they don't know who the Son of Yah is. That's my Father's right hand. That's that power. They came down here to work the miracles and signs and wonders in the hand of the Son of Man. But it was the Son of Yah. That was us in Genesis. When he said, let us in our image, in our likeness. He was talking to himself. Just giving the orders to his right hand. When he said let, he was talking to his right hand power, which is himself. Your hand, your best hand, whichever hand you got that does the most things for you and help you and everything, that's your power. Y'all, it's just as plain as that. Now listen to this. The Son of Man, in 24, the Son of Man goeth as it is written. Ooh, is that not beautiful? What did I just tell you in Revelation? He's written in and he's written out. The Son of Man is written in and he's written out. Heavens had already written him in and written him out. So this is why he said, wait a minute, I want to make a statement. And nobody never preached it. Nobody won't teach it. Nobody don't want to fully cover it. He said, first of all, yeah, they crucified me, but I want to let you know, ain't nobody took my life. I laid that bad boy down for y'all. And y'all's too ignorant to see it, to discern it, to see it in spirit and truth. Ain't nobody took my life. I laid it down. Wait a minute, you sure? I told them over and over and over. You sure? I told them over and over. You were slaughtered before the foundation of the world. See, they don't get it. See, things took place before anything was. Anything is. Everything has already been. You all just think you ruled everything because you're nasty flesh. Now, Matthew 26, verse 24. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. Who is written it of him? The Father in heaven had already written him in as the Son of Man. Watch this here. But woe until that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. Woo! Hold up, y'all. Check it out. Him, that what? Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good. You missed it. It done went over your head already. And that's why I say it's sad. I'm going to eliminate people on my Facebook. On my YouTube. If people that can't catch up, get off this page. Get off this page. I don't care if I got one subscriber. Sign yourself off. Because Sister Deborah is speaking spirit and truth. And I'm telling you, I can discern those that gets on here. It's not about spirit and truth. They don't have the light. They just use space. Okay? So I say to you, if you don't get this, you out of there. You ain't going to get it. You just as far as those that's in the ocean. Because this is a lot of power that man cannot give you, nor can Sister Deborah. Hear what he said. First of all, foremost, he went to telling you that it's written. Where is it written? In the heavens. When was it written? Before the foundation of the world. When was the Son of Man slain? Before the foundation of the world. He was the Lamb that was slain before the foundation of the world. He represented an angel. He was brought a little lower than the other angels for the sacrifice for our sins. See, y'all couldn't come down. Y'all could not come down. Y'all could not come down. So, he took an angel, sacrificed him as the lamb, put the lamb over his shoulders, came down to the earth as the Son of Man. Y'all done messed up from the floor up. You have no spirit and truth in you. You so dried up because you don't have no nourishment. Here he's telling you, the Son of, and this is what the fathers keep telling me. See, Deborah, you giving these people too much power of the word, the power of the word that's plainly seen, and yet they cannot see it. I told you, John 1, chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. I put it in men, and their lighted, meaning the spirit I gave them, Deborah, it lit, but they doing nasty flesh, couldn't comprehend it. And here they are today, still nasty, and can't comprehend the spirit of my Most High Yah image that he gave me. Here we go here. Matthew 24, Matthew 26. And the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. Who written it? As it is written of him. He goeth out, meaning Yeshua, the Son of Man, goes out for his mission as it is written of him. But woe unto the man that by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been better. No, let me not say that, because that's in the other verses. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. You see? When you're born, your destiny is already written. I don't care if you're a newborn and that died, stillbirth. When you born, you already written in heaven. Because that breath of life has entered into you. So therefore, heavens had written your name down where it goes. The purpose of you coming and going is not your choice or your will or your power. It's the Father's power to bring you in and to take you out. Why? Because he already know which one which book you're gonna be in. You're gonna be in the books or you're gonna be in the book. And just because you're born stillbirth, you have born 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. That's on the earth. Heavens knew who you were before you got down here. Heavens knew who you were before you got down here. See, y'all want to run and grab all power and make it about y'all. But Sister Deborah's I'm going to make sure I address his power every chance I get. Because that's where the minds are gone. That's where the spirits are gone. That's where the flesh is lost. Because they want to give all this authority and right and power to these flesh of a loudmouth men. And every verse I done read tonight shows you that they don't have no power nor authority, but to make y'all look like fools. Now, here it's sitting here telling you, and you notice it's not talking about the Son of Yah. Why? Because the betrayer only come to betray the Son of Man. You can't betray the Son of Yah, for it is his word, all power, and his spirit. That's who the Son of Yah is. The Son of Man was the sacrifice in the heavens before there was any earth for your sin. So your sin was seen before earth was even created. Your nasty sin and your nasty ways, your nasty attitude, your loud mouth, your ugly, lustful desires, and everything that's going on with you, it was already written in the books based on your works. From when? The heavens that already knew you. You see the power in who my Father is, knowing our going and coming, our ups and our downs, and where we were before we is. So y'all want to run around here and make it look like y'all all that and something. You got it all made. Baby, you ain't got nothing. Y'all have made fools out of yourselves. And he's still sitting on a great throne. Hallelujah. Still the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. I want you all to read Matthew 26, verse 23 and 24. And I'm going to tell you something else I noticed also. It also show you stars. Stars represent a spiritual word that you need to dig in. So right here, Yeshua already knew that he was going to betray him. Okay, why was that? He said, all that you have given me, I have not lost one. 99.9, 99 point trillion pastors, bishops, apostles would never be able to answer that. He said, all that thou have given me, I have not lost one. That means he kept him in him. It don't matter if the betrayer went to betray him. Didn't he keep him? Then he washed his feet. Then he blessed him to go out and lay hands on everybody. All that you have given me, Father Yah, to work with, I have not lost one. Even the betrayer wasn't lost in the Son of Man's mission. Okay, so here it is. The Son of Man, the one that betrayed him, listen to what it said. It had been good for that man had he not been born. Sister Deborah told you. Don't go let nobody tell you, oh, because he talking about if you be like these little children. He talking about in the spirit realm, y'all. He ain't talking about in your nasty flesh. Just because a baby was still born, he ain't going into the Lamb Book of Life. That ain't how he rumbled. He knew that child before he got down here because he assigned him to get down here to come in and to go out. Death, life, and death the same day. See, you didn't know the power of him and who he is, who he ruled. That's why if he don't brand you with his spirit, you don't know him. That's why I can talk the way I talk about him. I've been branded with the brand of fear of him because he's given me enough to go on, and he has branded me. He has branded my spirit with righteous belief, faith, and fear. I can't escape it even if I try. Why? Because heaven got it wrote down. It is written. Praise the mighty Yah. That's the power of who this creator is, in which y'all profane his name, profane him, disrespect him, dishonor him, discredit him. No respect. And want to run around here and talk about I got this Ruach HaKodesh. You about right. You got a Ruach. But I'm going to tell you, it ain't the HaKodesh. You better check that Ruach you got. Because he just told you right here. The betrayer, Judith, it would have been better had not he even been born than to be born and betray the Son of Man. Because if he wasn't born, then he's still heaven bound. But because he been born, that means Yah gave him the mission out of the book that was already written of his works. That went straight over y'all head, didn't it? Praise the Most High Yah. And you know what I'm going to do? I was coming home today and I was wanting the Father to really, and this is my prayer, and I'm going to make sure I do that tonight and also think it. I want y'all to really bless the faithful ones who have supported his servant. He don't need me to pray or to ask him to bless those. But with me, I'm going to pray that the Father send abundance of blessing, whether it's healing, whether it's finances, whether it's deliverance in any way. I'm going to ask the Father to bless them, because of their faithfulness. Their faithfulness. That shows me that they believe that I am the servant of the Most High Yah. Those that run and go here, there, little here, gone, little here, gone, but yet keep tuning in to such food for the spirit. You better write you a note and find you somebody else to listen to, because I'm not your servant. I'm not the servant that Yah has given you. Because the servant of the Most High Yah, he said, you give them a drink. But if you don't feel that I am the servant of the Most High Yah, keep it going. And you should not be eating off the servant of the Most High Yah's plate. That's the truth of the whole matter. Where can you go and you can go out? Say, for instance, you go out your house and you go get anything you want to eat. You ain't going nowhere and get it free. You're going to pay up and pay down. But that's for your flesh. How much is spirit food worth for your spirit? How much is spirit food worth for your spirit? It's where your heart is at. That's where your treasure would be. Your greed, your self-centered, your self-motivated, your self-ego, your self-pretending. But Yah said those who know in their spiritual heart that you are the servant of mine, they will give you a drink, Deborah. My prayer is going to go to him, not because he don't need my prayer to bless nobody. Y'all don't need me, y'all. I'm just like you all, dirt. But my spirit has a lane and a place for eternal. Okay? But I say this. When I go into this prayer, I'm going to make sure I say, not my will, Father, but your will. This is the desire of your servant, the prophetess, that you touch them in any and every way that thou see it fit. You know their hearts. But they have given me a glass of cold water. And Father, thou knowest all things. Without any questioning and any doubt, they gave me a glass of water one day and another day and another day and another day. And I thank the Father. Because even if it's what they gave is what they had, even if it was the little of the little, that water, Father God, that water, that drink they gave me, sure was ice cold. So I'm sending this message to you all out there that know who you are. Thank you so much for that cold glass of water that you keep faithfully giving me every time I thirst. Thank you so much. And don't think that the Father will not fulfill his will. You have a gift, he said, in heaven. When you do it to the least of them, said Yeshua, you have done it unto me. You see? See, people thinking you're supposed to give these loudmouth, drunken, people cursing and people traveling, people going here, building land and all this. Oh, we're going to give to them. Yeah, you give to them. You're already written in the same book that they are written in. and praise the mighty Yah for your name being at least somewhere. Somewhere in one of them books. Because Yah said something that I learned today. He said, according to your works. According to your works. So is your works toward you, yours, and yourself? Or what kind of works have you applied to Yah and Yah's works? He sent his servant to give people food for their spirit. For their spirit. What place can you go and get food for your nasty flesh? Free. Free, said the Most High Yah. I don't know where he going with this, but free. You can't go nowhere to get nothing for your flesh. Free. So Yah said, if you think he's worth you thinking you so conniving and so cunning and so smart, keep feeding your flesh. Because the food that you sitting here eating, which is spirit and truth, it's really not for you. You're just stealing it. Because you never gave my servant a drink of water. And if you did, you dropped the drip and kept it going. But Yah wants you to know it's all well. I'm just going to pray because I thought about it today. I said, Father, I'm going to pray. And I'm coming, and he know what time period I'm talking about. That's this evening, before I go to bed. And I'm not going to control him. Like with my kids, I don't control the father with my kids. Why? The father got my kids written already in whatever book he chose. I cannot go telling him, give him this, give him this. But I pray that he save and sanctify them, fill them with his Ruach HaKodesh. And you know what I tell him? But not my will, Father Yah. Not my will. Not my will, Father. I'm just a desire. This is just a prayer of a mother's desire. Let thy will be done, for it is perfect in all its ways. Thy will be done, Father. In the same way, I'm going to pray tonight for those who have faithfully given Sister Deborah an ice cold drink of water each time. So I say unto you, I hope you got something out of it. Whether you did or you didn't, let me tell you, I never thought of it the way the Father have given me the words tonight to say. That is stealing. That is stealing food that's not given unto thee. You can hear what the prophetess is saying. You sit and you grip, you grab, you eat, you nourish yourself with the food of the spirit. And then you go out and glut for the food of the flesh and pay all that you have. That's where your heart is in your flesh. So I, Sister Deborah, say, have a wonderful night. Shalom and shalom.